All right, brothers, welcome back to the Alpha platform. Before we get started, do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel. First off, I just want to apologize. I know my energy is off right now on this video, but this video is going to be a serious topic, and I think something that we need to talk about in the gay community, specifically the gay black community, because I'm seeing it too much in my comments. I'm seeing it with other content creators, and this video was once again inspired by a subscriber who took the time to leave a comment on my channel regarding their lack of trust amongst black gay men. This also is inspired by a content creator taking to the comment section of one of my videos, basically, accusing me of a lot of things that I have not committed, just a lot of mushmouth stuff, and when I say mushmouth, I'm not saying he's a mushmouth. I'm saying the stuff he accused me of was garbage, was baloney. My thoughts are kind of all over the place, so please forgive me while I gather my thoughts, because I was really affected by this, specifically that content creator, because this is somebody that I thought was an acquaintance. I've been very forthcoming with my goal on this channel. My goal on this channel is to be a mentor, specifically to the younger gay men, so they don't make the same mistakes I made as a 20-year-old gay man, as an 18-year-old gay man on my own, fresh out on my own, dealing with older dudes, having self-esteem issues, being used by different guys, but yet I somehow managed to keep the hope of love in my heart and keep that hope alive, and found my husband at 25, married that dude, still with that dude today. You guys are familiar with our ups and downs as well. So I'm always an open book when it comes to relationships and who I am as a person. So when this content creator, I'm gonna start with him first. When this larger content creator took to my comment section to try to litigate and accuse me of some things, not in my privates, like not privately via a DM, like we would typically talk in the DMs on IG, but when he did it publicly, so all my subscribers and the public can see it, I was like, yeah, this isn't good. This is not a good situation. This is not a situation I want to be in. I thought this person was an acquaintance. I thought this person was somebody that, I could potentially collaborate with in the future, because I saw that we had similar messages, keywords similar. So I'm going to address him directly. You and I do not have the same message. We don't. I'm not trying to become, YouTube famous. I don't want to become an influencer. I mentioned my goals of being a mentor and inspiring older gay people my age and above to really hone down, get married, have children, start their own families, look for love, practice monogamy, and really reject the whole culture. And that's relevant in the gay community right now. Really reject all that. So my goal has been crystal clear. I don't want to be popular. I don't want to be YouTube famous. I don't want to be an influencer. I'm not on here trying to make money. I'm not on here trying to push products. I'm not going to talk too much about my future plans, but you guys know my dream is to become a physician. That's what I want to do. That was my original intent of going to college. Everything else I've been doing are just side hustles, side gigs, extra streams of income until it's time for me to enter medical school when my husband is done with his degree program next year. So it's like, I want to make it clear to this person, nobody's copying you. I will give you your flowers, because once again, I started my YouTube channel in 2018. Back then it was a ministry, but I was also talking about gay relationships, interracial gay relationships. I was talking about the downfall and the downside of, us gay men sleeping with so many of our friends, and how we bring that baggage to our new relationships and new dudes that we actually want to be with and marry, and how it's problematic, how we need to stop those things. My message has been the same since 2018, 2019, before the pandemic, before I even knew you. What I did like about you was that the fact that you were able to design thumbnails to capture people's attention. And I like that. I really, really like that. And what I will say is that you accused me of studying you and taking notes. Dude, I just want to tell you this. As a content creator, this. As a content creator, we don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch other content creators. We don't have time. We don't. If you're trying to get on YouTube, your only objective and goal is to get more and more content, create more and more content for yourselves. You don't have time to sit back, watch other people take notes, and regurgitate whatever they said or whatever they do, whatever they did. You don't have time for that. So it's like, stop accusing people of copying you, hating on you, things of that nature. It's very high school. It's very high school, and it's not top behavior. So if you're identifying yourself as a total top, that's not top behavior. That's very much femme queen behavior. I'm not calling you any of those things. I'm just saying the behavior is cognizant or relevant to being a femme queen. Just being straight up, bro. Like that's what it reminds me of. And it's like, we're going to talk about the lack of trust, because it all comes back to a lack of trust. Oh, you don't trust the other gay men around you because you feel like they're trying to, steal your vibe, steal your swag. They're trying to, potentially spearhead this movement that's been kicking off in the gay community regarding being conservative and whatnot. But some of us have lived this life before you. Like, while you were smashing girls, I was living this life, bro. Like, I was living this life. You're going to see a lot of problematic stuff. And in my opinion, it's like, I know you feel like only bottoms can be ran through in X, Y, Z. Only bottoms have the responsibility of guarding their intimacy in their sex. But I feel tops have the same responsibility. Ran through is ran through, regardless if you're a top or a bottom. So if I was dating a dude and I was a bottom, I was a strict bottom. Let's say I'm a total bottom, and I ran into a total top. If I found out the total top had been ran through, has a ton of partners, I don't want that dude either. He's a pass around. That's community peeing. I don't want that dude. So it's like, it's one thing to talk about this life and having a low body count. It's another thing to actually live it. And you can ask my husband and the people that know me, I live this life. I'm proud to say I've never had a threesome. Can you say that? I'm proud to say I've never even kissed a female because I've always known who I am. Can you say that? I'm proud to say I've never smashed a girl. Can you say that? I'm proud to say I never engaged in hookup culture. Can you say that? I'm proud to say I do not advocate for domestic violence and putting your hands on other your partners and whatnot. Can you say that? Never done it. Don't know nothing about it. Nothing about it. So it's like, how can you accuse me of not being authentic to myself when you don't even know me? When you don't know me. When you don't know me. So yeah, it is disheartening. It's unfortunate because I told myself I'm gonna get out here and collaborate. And when I first read your message, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fall back. I'm just gonna do me. But no, it's like, I'm not gonna let you take my joy. I'm not gonna allow you to confuse me and alter my message. If you're that dude, just be that dude, bro. Like, if you're getting, you have way more subscribers than I do, so you're getting so much more love than I'm getting. Focus on that. Let that be your focal point each and every day. Who cares about what other dudes are doing? Because only insecure men watch the moves of other people and try to dox them and try to tell them, oh, you doing X, Y, and Z wrong. You stealing X, Y, and Z from me. That's not me, bro. I don't have a scarcity mindset. I don't. So when people come to me, ask me for YouTube advice, anything concerning social media, because I've been trying to break into social media since 2018. It was only since last year that I really began to make a way for myself. And I'm so appreciative for that. I thank all the gay people that have came before me and really inspired me. But to go so far to say I copy them, never. Never. I've never been a copier. I've always done my own thing. I've never been to copy people. You have to be somewhat popular. I've always been a lone wolf. That's why I call myself the wolf man. And one of the reasons why I call myself the wolf man, I do my own thing. I talk the way I talk, which is white as hell, as y'all put it. I wear my fashions the way I wear them, which is conservative as hell, is the way y'all put it. I'm a verse dude. I don't get on here and talk about, oh, I'm a total top, I'm a total bottom. I'm a verse ass dude. I stay at home and I chill with my husband, and that's all that I do. We travel every now and then, that's all that I do. And it's like, this is why I don't have a lot of gay friends. And I hate to make this episode about this, but it's like, I'm tired of it. Although you feel I'm copying you and you got into my comment section, you try to litigate some stuff in front of the public, what I will say is this: you're not gonna change me, bro. And you're not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna collaborate. And if your message is better than mine and it resonates with the public better than mine, then so be it. But I'll be the first to admit to you. Secondly, I don't agree with your notion about your rhetoric about femme dudes and trans women. I for some reason, you see them as below masculine, bisexual, and masculine gay men. I don't see us that way either. I don't see us that way at all. I consider myself a mixture between a feminine and a masculine gay dude. A mix. I enjoy that mixture. But I don't think you represent yourself that way. That is not your message. That is mine. I don't see you championing femme dudes, dudes with purses, dudes wearing makeup, dudes being themselves, dudes acting flamboyant and stuff like that. I don't see you championing trans women. Most importantly, it's like, what are we doing as a gay community when we're leaving trans women behind? When we think we're better than trans women? I don't get down with gay dudes like that, and I should have known when I heard your rhetoric about trans women that this is somebody I need to distance myself from, because that was my number one rule. It's like, if I see a gay dude talking badly and mistreating trans women, I should fall back. And I ignored that because I thought you were a cool dude. And I still think you are cool, but I just see it a lot now. Like, I see a lot now. And I'm disappointed that you chose to handle the situation this way in the public. And that's why I didn't respond to you. So I will address it here, and that's it. But I'm just disappointed, bro. I'm disappointed in you. Disappointed in the way that you chose to handle things. You could have slid in my DMs like we usually do, chit chat via DMs and just talk. But you did not do that. You wanted the public to see it. You wanted it to be messy. And I'm not going to give you the mess. Like, if you want to fight, you're going to fight on your own. You're going to fight with yourself. But it's not going to be with me. So I'll end it there. Best of luck to you, bro. I wish you well. I wish you much success. May you become the face of whatever you're trying to achieve. May all your dreams come true in the YouTube space. Each and every one of your dreams come true in the YouTube space. I hope that one day you will realize this is not high school. Although you cannot trust dudes back in high school, we are grown men. And other grown men want to see other men eat. That's what we do as secure grown men, secure gay men. We're not threatened by somebody else's, what they have, what they look like, none of that. Like, we don't. And what is calling people ugly? Like, what is with that? Like, referring to dudes as ugly is such a lazy read. Like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Just because you feel like a dude's ugly doesn't mean the next dude feels like it. Just because you find yourself attractive does not mean that the next dude finds you attractive. And the same thing with me. Just because I find myself attractive does not mean the next dude that watches me finds me attractive. And I'm okay with that. I've lived both lives. I've been unattractive and I've been attractive. Told you guys my story many a times, but it's like with certain dudes who have never felt the loneliness and never been excluded because they didn't look a certain way or because they did look a certain way, you don't understand. All you have is looks. But for the rest of us who've had to actually develop a personality, had to develop intellect, had to learn how to present ourselves in a different manner to make up for the lack of looks. What is looks to us? Like, yeah, we keep up with ourselves, but it's not the basis of our entire self-esteem is what I want to say. So yeah, bro, that's my address to you. I wish you well, and may all your dreams come true. Now, I want to talk about this comment that I received from a subscriber that really inspired this video, because I think it goes along with the content creator that messaged me concerning trust issues. He said, this is from, I think his name is Chef R3LL. And this is my video. This is from my video, The Problem with Total Bottoms and Total Tops. He said, honestly, who is looking for love? Everyone, gay or straight, is looking out for themselves these days. And that's what really inspired this video. Excuse me, y'all. I took notes. Y'all like this cup, by the way? My husband bought it for me. I thought it was pretty cool. So what I want to say about this dude's comment here is that it goes back to the scarcity mindset. Like, the reason why a lot of us don't trust other gay men is because we're in constant competition with other gay men. Oh, who's the baddest? Who has the most dudes? Who can smash the baddest bottoms? Who can pull the baddest tops, the straightest tops, the trade, blah, blah. Who's getting the most looks on IG, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook? You know, that's what that scarcity mindset will have you thinking like. And naturally, with that mindset, you can't trust other people. And I want to challenge people who think like that. What is your future going to look like? You can only reach so much success on your own without collaborating with other men, without having relationships with other men. So many of us as gay men don't know how to be in relationship with other men. We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to have romantic relationships with other men. We don't know how to have friendships with other men. We don't. And therefore, we think that we can become successful on our own, and that is a lie. I used to think that way too. It is a lie. The success I had as a single man is nothing compared to the success I've had as a married man with a partner by my side. So nowadays, it's like, instead of practicing a scarcity mindset, I go out of my way to make relationships and friendships with other gay men that I work with in the corporate arena. Why? Because I may need them for a job in the future. My former boss, me and this dude still talk to this day. He left the job years ago. I still make a point to reach out to him, check on him, send him gifts, him and his husband gifts, because that relationship is valuable to me. He's an asset to me, and maybe I can be an asset to him. If he ever loses his job, he can, Alfred, you know anybody in connections, hook me up with HR, boom, you got it. Same thing with me, vice versa. So practicing a scarcity mindset is very detrimental for any gay black man. I think when it comes to sharing your being, sharing your resources and your contacts with people, you really need to vet people first. Because I do agree to a certain extent that the economy and life has made it so difficult to where we can only naturally look out for ourselves. Like, many of us, this goes on to my second point, did not grow up with supportive parental figures. And that's my second point right there. The reason why a lot of us don't trust each other is because we never developed safe connections with our parents. The first people in our lives were not safe connections. They were not. Many of us had parents that did not want us. Many of us had parents that we were raised in single parent households, meaning we were abandoned by a second parent. Excuse me, I got a text message. Abandoned by another parent. Many of us, how can I put it? Sorry, the text message made my thought process go off because my friend was talking about her cancer diagnosis, and that's really throwing me off. I'm sorry, you guys, but many of us did not grow up being supported by parents. Many of our parents did not know what to do with an LGBTQ plus child. There were no resources for us as millennials. Y'all don't understand that. Gen Z, y'all don't get that. There was no internet. There was no support groups. People were not championing songs about gay and proud, out and proud. I remember on the rare occasions when my mom would want to show support for me as a gay teen, what she would do was she went out to the store and she bought me a magazine called The Advocate. The Advocate is no longer around, but essentially it was a gay men's magazine, LGBT plus lifestyle magazine for gay men, and I loved it. She doesn't know this, but I kept that magazine for years because it meant so much to me that she saw me enough. She saw me enough, and she acknowledged my existence enough to buy me that magazine. My gosh, I try not to get emotional, but it's like parental trauma will mess us up. We have to understand that everybody is not our mom. Everybody is not our father. It is your responsibility as a gay black man to go forth in life and to really heal that trauma that you experienced from your parents, and realize the lifestyle they showed you was not normal. It was not normal. And you do that by, number one, getting help. Number two, filtering through your thoughts and trying to really understand and become conscious about which thoughts and behaviors belong to me and which ones were taught to me. If something was taught to me and it's hurting me and it's affecting me negatively, it's time for me to let that go and let the person who taught me that hold it and carry it. Because if we keep practicing what they taught us, we will reap their results. And many of us don't want to be like our parents. We don't want to be like that at all. So yeah, parental trauma is a big one. That's the main reason why a lot of us don't trust other gay men. You don't get a relationship with other gay men. Number three, a third point I want to bring up is the fear of rejection. I get it. As gay black men, we've been rejected by so many people in our lives, let down by so many people in our lives. Society does not like us. Excuse me. The black community feels a way about us. White people feel a way about us. And hell, we don't even have gay friends anymore. The gay community itself feels a way about us. So it's like, we almost have reached a point where it's like, I've been rejected so many times. I cannot face another rejection. Therefore, let me go ahead and reject this dude. Let me go ahead and reject love altogether and reject dating altogether. Meanwhile, you don't know this, but you're blowing it way out of proportion. It's way out of proportion and it's not needed. You're going to need somebody in this life. When I was in my 20s, I thought I was invincible. But when I hit 30, your health changes. You begin to realize that life is not forever. You are not invincible. So if you're in your 30s and you're not getting physical health checkups and whatnot, you're not taking care of your health, you're not on medications, you're not practicing a healthy lifestyle, you're not working out regularly, what are you doing? What are you doing? My friend, I'm just talking to her about her cancer diagnosis. She's in her 30s, bro. 30s. I'm in my 30s, been diagnosed. It goes back and forth between having normal blood sugar ranges and being pre-diabetic, even though I work out all the time. It's diet, diet. I have to really monitor what I eat and take care of myself. That's part of the game, So it's like my biggest question to you all with these stress issues and those of you who have really pushed off dating and I don't want love, I don't want dating, I want marriage. What do you plan to do as you age? Because this dude in my comment section, I heard you say that, I have a great family. I'm going to really focus on my family life and whatever. And that's great and all. But understand your family, those people are eventually going to have their own families. Their own children, their own grandchildren. Naturally, they won't have time to take care of you. And I get on here all the time and ask y'all, what are y'all going to do as y'all get older? You're not going to be young and able-bodied forever. One layoff, one health scare, one diagnosis, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. When I think about my career, my potential future career in medicine, I'm almost thinking about geriatrics because there's going to be so many older single people needing care, needing nursing home, hospice care, whatever it is, needing some type of senior citizen care. It's going to be a lucrative industry in the future. I love working with old people. I love learning about them. I used to volunteer at a hospice clinic, when I was applying to medical school and whatnot. I loved it. I loved talking to old people. I loved learning from them. You can learn a lot from people who are at the sunset of their lives. You can learn a lot from them. And they are literally the gems of society. But with that being in mind, we have to be mindful to take care of ourselves, to be saving enough for retirement. We cannot just rely on Social Security because you're seeing it right now. They're trying to take that away. So when I get on here to talk about finances, creating a living will, or maybe a trust, the importance of meeting the right man and getting married, building a life with him so you have something to fall back on when the hard times come, because they will surely come. They will surely come. So, learn from me. Alfred means wisdom in Old English. Your boy is wise, always been wise. Never been a follower, never. When I was a kid, I used to sit back and literally watch the adults around me get drunk under a tree every single night and be like, I'll never be like you. I used to go to school and watch the cool kids, be popular and, eat lunch with each other. Meanwhile, I would be eating lunch by myself. Or, I would have maybe one or two nerdy friends I would hang out with and I would eat lunch with them. And I just realized that, what? The best revenge I can do and the best thing I can do for myself is just be me and become successful. And I did that through academics. I've never been a follower. So it's like, man, I don't keep going back to what that dude said, but it's like, you don't know who you're talking to or who you're talking about either. Like, you don't get it. You don't get it. You created a story in your head and you're running off with that story, and that story is false, bro. Completely false. Yeah, parental trauma. I talked about the fear of rejection. Get over the fear of rejection, bro. You've been rejected. What? You went on 3 dates. Some dude in my comments was like, one of my lives, he was like, I've had 3 dates and they all went bad, so I'm done with love. What are you talking about? Do you know how many dates I went on when I was single? I didn't smash those dudes, but I went on dates with them. I entertained them, and it was fun. It felt good to feel attractive, to feel wanted. It felt good to go out, you know, maybe have that free drink, that free meal. It felt good to spoil other people as well, because sometimes I paid too. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we out here doing? We don't want to have friends. We don't want to date. We don't want to get married. What's going to happen to us in the future? A lot of us are going to be taking L after L after L, and it won't, like, I'm making up my mind. I talk to my husband about this all the time. I know I'm not perfect. I know he's not perfect either. But I would rather go through life having the love of my life, versus being single and the freedom that comes with being single. Whatever y'all are out here gassing up, I don't want it. I don't want it for myself, because I know it's fake, and it's fake happiness. It's an illusion. And one thing y'all don't know is a lot of gay dudes, what they really want is for you to be as single and miserable as they are. Because single is fun for maybe 3 months, but after that, you're like, okay, I'm ready to be in love again. I'm ready to have a crush again. What is life without a crush? What is life without love, without romance, without passion? What is life? Those are the natural drugs that we're supposed to be hitting in life. You know, those are the natural highs we're supposed to be experiencing in life. This other stuff is fake, but that's a natural thing. You don't want a natural thing. You don't want to be in love. Our ancestors fought so hard for us to have marriage equality, and you don't want it? These people went to jail behind this stuff, and you don't want it? All because you don't trust other gay dudes, other gay black men. So then I say, you know what? Try dating outside your race. Oh no, you must be doing that because you don't like yourself. You don't like all black men. You hate all black men. To hate all black men would mean I hate myself. And I don't hate myself. I used to, because my mom taught me that. But I healed that shit. I love what I see in the mirror. I love myself. I love myself enough to know I deserve to be loved by another man. Number 3, everyone, you know, I kind of mentioned this before, but everyone really is, excuse me, that's number 4. This is number 4. Everyone really is out for themselves, you know, and I think, once again, that is the result of having a bad economy, of living in a capitalistic society when it's no longer beneficial to really work together and to help your neighbor. We don't want to see other people eat. You know, as gay men, we have this, I talked about it previously, but we have this thing in our hearts where, I can't be around other gay men that are doing better than me, that look better than me, that are, you know, and those people who are up there on the pedestal in terms of looks and whatnot, they don't help us out either, you know. They're very exclusive about who they hang out with, who they don't hang out with, who they will associate with, who they will go with, stuff like that. You know, that's happening. So it's not just, it goes both ways. We have a lot of work to do. We've stopped seeing each other as men, as human beings. You know, we've lost the ability to discern the fact that people will change and evolve mentally, emotionally, physically. So just because a dude looks a certain way or is a lame in his 20s, you don't know what's going to happen to that dude in his 30s. You don't know. I have dudes that rejected me in my 20s, constantly liking my pictures on Facebook and IG and whatnot in my 30s. Why? Because my confidence went up. I'm a different dude now. Dudes been giving me the time of day when I was trying back then, 10 plus years ago. Now they want to talk, but it's too late. It's too late. Everyone wants to be that dude. And you know, if you feel like you're that dude, then be that dude. But part of being that dude is not being insecure. It's about putting other gay men on. It's about putting them on game, helping them out, helping them achieve their goals. I want my lasting legacy to be this. Alfred was a man that brought out the best in other people. He helped other people eat. When people were down, they went to him and he helped them. He was not greedy with his resources, with his knowledge, with his time. Sometimes, I have to be greedy with my time. That's everybody. But I'm very much willing to share my knowledge. You know, you can learn something from an older gay man like me in 10 minutes that took me 10 years to learn. And I practice that in my own life. I listen to audiobooks all the time, read books all the time, learning things about finances, learning things about maturing as a gay man. The Velvet Rage is a perfect book for gay men. If you don't know about the Velvet Rage, go out and get it. It walks you through the stages of development as a gay man. Very, very, very much helpful. Very helpful for any gay man out here. That's what I want my legacy to be. And I'm thinking about my legacy at the age of 35 because that's what matters to me. Not this YouTube shit. Not how much money I have in bank account. I want my how do I make people feel when they come in contact with me? That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Okay. Number 4 is low self. I get my numbers all mixed up, you guys. I'm sorry. I had a notepad here. Everything's written down, but my numbers are all kind of scattered. So I think this is number 5. Another reason why we don't trust each other as gay black men is we have low self-esteem. There is nothing worse in this world than looking in the mirror and not liking what you see. And trust me, I lived it. When I was in high school, I would purposely not look in the mirrors when I went to the bathroom because I hated what I saw. People would be like, "Oh, you're so thin. Oh, you're so hairy," and I believed it. People would say all types of stuff to me. And it's one thing for people to say it. It's another thing for you to believe it. And I believed it. So I can express sympathy and empathy for those of you who do have low self-esteem, who are still struggling, because I've been there. And it's hard to break that cycle. It's hard to break out of the story that we tell ourselves. And we go forth and have new experiences that we subconsciously use to reinforce that negative story in our head that we are not desirable, that we are the very things people accuse us of being. It's difficult to break that cycle, but you have to break it. And you have to give up the victim mentality eventually. You have to give it up. Low self-esteem. It's one thing. It's just, I cannot speak enough about it. It's a terrible thing to look yourself in the mirror and hate what you see. And hate what you see. When I think about people with low self-esteem, it's not always the quiet, shy people. It's the loud people too. It's the people that are very popular on YouTube. It's the people that are always involved in constant drama. It's the people that are picking fights with other gay content creators. It's the people that really you would never expect to have low self-esteem, taking off their clothes, doing OM, blah, blah. Some of these people are messed up in the head mentally. You combine that with THC, and you got a recipe for paranoia and disaster. If you want to hear self-esteem, you really, really have to take an evaluation of your thoughts and what you're listening to each and every day. My goal and my wish for you, if you ever come across this video, is that you learn to trust other men, because you're going to need these men. You're going to need a husband in your life. You will. I know you're independent now. I know you value your freedom now. But when are you going to lose that freedom? When? You don't know. All we know is we come into this life disabled. We're going to leave disabled. I just listened to a video where a gay dude, a senior citizen, was in a nursing home. He's struggling with dementia and whatnot. Excuse me, guys. The pollen count is so high here in Houston, and I feel like I have a cold, but I don't. It's just the pollen count is extremely high in Houston today. I was watching a video. A gay man who is a senior in a nursing home, he got jumped and beat up by other heterosexual male senior citizens because he was gay. And I wonder why we don't think about that as our future, our potential future as younger gay men. The only reason why this senior citizen, was able to get help was because his partner, who was not in the nursing home, filed charges for him, saw it and filed charges for him, and helped him get out that situation. But the nursing staff didn't care. The other residents did not care. People didn't care. So it's like, people don't care about us. All they want to do is take our resources. I'm talking about straight people now. With that in mind, you have to proceed in this life being hopeful about your love life, being hopeful about your interactions with other men. You have to surround yourself with other gay men who are on the up and coming, who are secure with who they are, who are not involved in drama and mess, who are not looking down on people just because they're being themselves, who don't have this hierarchy in their mind in terms of being feminine and being masculine, or vice versa, whatever. We're all the same. Whether we're gay, bisexual, trans, we're all the same. And you have to surround yourself with people who are like-minded that way, because if they can see themselves in you, they're less likely to try to, take advantage of you or use you for your resources, etc. I don't want to keep this video too long, but I apologize for ranting if I did. I'm just at a point where I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to stop loving. I'm not going to stop trusting other gay black men. I'm not going to stop trying to collaborate with other gay content creators, which is already in the works. I'm not going to stop showing love to my subscribers and my supporters and the people that watch my videos and tune into my live streams. Because I could easily be like, hey, look, I started live streaming at the top of this year. Dude, I saw you live stream after me. So can I now say, oh, you copying me now? Can I say that? No, I don't care. I don't care, bro. Like, you can live stream your heart away. Matter of fact, I've hopped on a live stream of yours one time to try to say, hey, I support you. I love what you're doing. Keep it up. Keep it up. I want to see you go places. And it's just really sad that a lot of gay men, and in this case, I'm talking about gay black men because that's all I know on this online space is I interact with other gay black men. It's sad the way we treat each other, that we don't trust each other, and we have a lack of respect for one another. It's very sad. All right, you guys, Wolf is back. Wolf Pack. Take care and peace.
I don't wanna see a nigga bluff, nigga kill, nigga up. Nigga, what's up? Nigga, what's good? You what they can't, I still trap in the hood. Cell phone bang all night, so I'ma get to it all night. Then on the weekends, so they try to catch flights. With another bitch, nigga, really I might. I never spare, nigga, dare, nigga, flap a nigga, rob a nigga, chop a nigga, fuck a nigga, tell a nigga, real a nigga, fuck, real a nigga, spill a nigga. I'ma beat a nigga, never feed a nigga, never see a nigga, never need a nigga, cut a nigga, bust a nigga, can't fuss nigga, what's up, nigga, untouched nigga. Why you face so ugly?